In this video, we will see how to use the submission status variable in conditional section and conditional fields. This is an asset request app which the employees can use to request assets for themselves. These details are the requested details which are auto-populated, the employee details, the employee manager details, senior manager details. These are the asset details which the employee can select some assets and select the quantities and then submit their request. Now in this app, let's say we need to add one more section for approval by the manager. So in that case, we will add one more section in this app. Let's add one more section. And let's call this section as approval by manager, and let's add couple of fields in this one. Single selector I will add for approved or rejected, and it will have two options, approved and rejected. That's it. And maybe a section, maybe a field for comments. Okay, so now this section is added to the app. In the app, if we go, we see the section is added, but the problem is that the section is now visible to the requester as well. Right, so what we can do to hide this section from the requester is that we put a conditional check on the status of the submission. So let's look at the status that are available in the app. The status right now, there is only a submitted status. We can have a couple of more statuses like approved, rejected, right? And then we go back to the design app and we say that this section, just let's go to advanced options, and we say that this display this section only if the status is equal to submitted, let's say. So I will type @ and this gives me a list of all the variables that are there in my app. I can choose status from this one. This is the special variable $status, which means the submission status, and I can say that if the status is equal to submitted, and also I want to put one more condition, that the section should be visible only to the manager of this requester, not to the submitter or not to any other users of this app. So I will write an AND condition. So the status is equal to submitted, and the current user email, this is another variable which is a reserved variable, and I can say that the current user email is equal to, and again I'll take @ and I'll select the employee manager email from here. Right. So this is my AND condition. Only if the status is submitted and the current user email is equal to the employee manager email, then this section will be visible to the user. Right. I save it, and now I go back to this app. I am currently logged in as the requester. So there you go, the requested details section is there, but the manager approval section is not visible to me. Let's create one request. I'll create a request for maybe 10 monitors and submit. Right, now let me go to the manager login. So this is the manager login with the manager's email ID. I go to this app. I look at the submissions by employees who report to me. So these are the submissions by my employees. This is the request for I can look at the request here, the requester details here, and then I can choose whether to approve or reject this request. And as you can see, this section is visible only to my login, not to the submitter login. I can give my comments here. And I can do save, and that's it. The request goes into approved status after this.